Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel, Kodi Global Consult Farm. Plantation is my passion. Yeah, today I want to show you as part of the maintenance that is ongoing right here on my cocoa plantation farm. As you know, if you are familiar with my video, you know I love maintaining cocoa plants. So anything that has to do with the cocoa maintenance, that's my job. So now I want to show you today, as you can see the young man on the cocoa tree that is cutting the mistletoe, and you can see him walking over there. Mistletoe is one of the, let me say, it's one of the threats that affects your cocoa plant. Yes, because when the mistletoe attack cocoa plants and adequate steps are not taken, the necessary action is not taken, I tell you, sooner or later such a cocoa plant will die. And that is why I refer to mistletoe as what? As a silent killer. Mistletoe is a what? It's a cocoa silent killer. So this is a call upon all cocoa farmers that you need to take adequate steps by ensuring that you call the mistletoe on your cocoa plant. If you allow the mistletoe to establish there, I tell you, what the mistletoe does is, it's number one, it affects the cocoa production. It retards the growth of the cocoa, and if care is not taken, or maybe sooner or later such a cocoa plant may die. So it kills cocoa plants, and that is why it is very important for cocoa farmers. Once you notice a mistletoe on your cocoa plant, do not allow the mistletoe to establish fully on your cocoa. It's very important you take the adequate step, the appropriate step, by ensuring that you eliminate the mistletoe on your cocoa plant. You can see this cocoa plant now, as the cocoa is struggling to fruit, but it's quite unfortunate due to the mistletoe on it. You can see the load. You can see the load on it. You can see. So it affects the fruit capacity of the cocoa plant. And mistletoe is very, very harmful. It's very, very disastrous as far as cocoa plant is concerned. And it's not only cocoa that mistletoe attack anyway. I can say it affects virtually all the fruit plants. Yes, from the experience so far, what I've observed about the mistletoe. Mistletoe is a threat that attack your cocoa plant, that attack your fruit plant. So as a cocoa farmer, it's very important for you to make sure that you get rid of it whenever you notice it on your cocoa plant. You can see what the young man is doing there right now. He's eliminating it, he's counting them step by step. You can see. Can you see the load? Now I ask you, if this kind of load is on top of the cocoa plant, what do you expect from such cocoa plants? Obviously, the cocoa cannot fruit. Of course, even if it's struggling to fruit, the fruiting capacity will be what? Will be affected. And that is why you are seeing, you notice that over the years now, most of the cocoa farmers complains about their low produce in terms of the fact that the cocoa is not producing as adequate as expected, simply because of the lack of maintenance on part of some farmers anyway. So if you don't take the adequate step, if the necessary culture is not taken, you understand, if you don't practice a good agricultural culture, I tell you, you might not have the what's it called, the fruit as abundant as is expected. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine? You can imagine this kind of load to remain there. So what do you expect from this kind of cocoa plant? Obviously, it will not fruit to the best of the capacity. You can see as the man is cutting them and pushing it down. Can you see? Can you see the load? So at Kodi Global Consult Farm is part of what I have made it as a point of duty. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Can you see the load now? Can you see the load? You can see. You can see. You can see. You can see it now. So it's there now, that it just be there and be attacking the cocoa plant and retard the growth of the cocoa plant. And it's also injured what? The fruiting capacity, like I said earlier. So it's very important for cocoa farmer to make sure that you get rid of the mistletoe on your cocoa plant if truly you want to you want your cocoa to fruit in abundance, then you must do what? You must ensure that you get rid of the mistletoe. You must have the zero tolerance for the mistletoe. So mistletoe over the years, it has been one of the challenges that the cocoa farmer face as far as cocoa production is concerned. Yes, because of the effects on the cocoa plant. You can see the mistletoe, and that is the work that is ongoing right here on my farm here. We have started this exercise now for almost, let me say, 3 weeks ago now that we have been working on this mistletoe. You see the work so far that we have been able to carry out on this farm. This is KODYGLOBAL Consult Farm. Plantation is my passion, and that is the things we do. That's what we do here as a cocoa specialist, as a cocoa farmer. We make sure that we carry out the necessary maintenance that is required as far as cocoa is concerned. So if a farmer takes the necessary steps, you do the necessary maintenance that cocoa needs, I tell you, you enjoy your cocoa plant, and such a cocoa will fruit to the best of the capacity. So if you want your cocoa to fruit very well, if you want to earn more on your cocoa, then you need to take the necessary action. You have to do more. That is why you must do what? You must cut the mistletoe. You must weed your cocoa plant as at when due. Then you also do what? You fumigate your cocoa. So these are the practice that is very important. These are the culture that is important for a cocoa farmer to do if truly you want to earn more on your cocoa, on your cocoa plantation. You want your cocoa to fruit in abundance for you, then you must take care of your cocoa plant. And that is the concept of this video. That is exactly what I want you to see, that maintenance of cocoa plants is an activity that must be carried out on a daily basis. Yes, it is an activity that is carried out on a daily basis, in the sense that you are a cocoa farmer. You must take the necessary steps. You must ensure that you visit your cocoa plantation regularly by doing what? By getting it, make sure that you weed your cocoa farm as at when due. Cut the mistletoe on it and fumigate your cocoa plant. Can you see? You can see the load now. You can see the load. Well done, bro. Well done, sir. So you can see what the young man is doing there. I tell you, the man has been there as early as 6 a.m. Today being the 17th of February 2023, and you can see that we are trying to prepare the cocoa for the next cultivation season, for the next harvesting season. Yes, if you want to harvest more, if you want your cocoa to fruit in a full capacity, and this is time you must start the job, you must start the journey. Yeah, so maintenance is quite essential as far as cocoa plantation is concerned. You can see in there cutting the mistletoe. If I take you around the plantation, you will see and observe the job that is being carried out on this cocoa plantation farm. So far so good. We have been able to cover a lot. Yes, you can see the plantation. This is my cocoa plantation. We have been able to cover a lot on this plantation, I tell you. So this is the job. You can see what you have been able to cut so far on this particular farm. These are the mistletoe. On this, you can see the mistletoe. So cocoa plantation as a cocoa farmer is not fun fair. I tell you, it's not fun fair for paparazzi. So it requires work. It's tasking, it's challenging. I tell you, if you want to maintain your cocoa farm and keep it tidy, then you must do what? You must ready to work. You can see the plantation. You can see the mistletoe you have been able to cut so far. These are the mistletoe you are seeing there. Can you see them? Can you see? And now, cocoa now, they are expecting what? They are expecting the rain. By the time the rain sets in now, by the time the rain comes now, you see the drastic change on part of this cocoa plant. You can see. You can see. You can see. You can see the work that has been carried out so far. All this part now, we have been able to cut them. The mistletoe on this. So I can say virtually the whole farm is being ravaged by the mistletoe. And that is why we experience the low production, the low produce on this particular farm, simply because of the loads on them. The mistletoe. If the mistletoe remain on the cocoa plant, you cannot expect such a cocoa plant to fruit in abundance, especially from such a cocoa plant. Like I said earlier, you can see, you can see, you can see, you can see all this part. Now we have been able to cut them, you can see. And that is why, if you are familiar with my video, you'll have noticed that it's part of, over the years now, I've been working on this Mistletoe because of the research I've been able to carry out. I understand the fact that Mistletoe is one of the problems that cocoa face. It's one of the challenges. It's one of the, let me say, it's very, very inimical to cocoa plant. Yes, if it remains on a cocoa plant and you didn't take the adequate steps, I tell you, sooner or later, such a cocoa plant will die. That is why I refer to Mistletoe as a silent killer of what? Of cocoa plants. You can see the job that has been carried out so far on this plantation. You can see, you can see, you can see, you can see, you can see. So if I take you around my plantation, you see the Mistletoe I have been able to cut so far on this plantation. So this farm itself is under intensive care, is under maintenance. Yes, let me say it's under maintenance. It's under a critical maintenance right now because of the Mistletoe attack on this particular farm. It's one of the farms that I manage and maintain anyway. You can see the Mistletoe. You can see the Mistletoe. We have been able to cut so far. You can see. You can see. You can see. So that's the work that is ongoing here on this particular farm location. So last year I was able to cut this part. This part I'm going to show you right now. I cut this from here. I started from this particular point. You can see the changes on this cocoa itself. You can see the changes on there. You can see the changes on there. You can see. You can hardly see Mistletoe on each of these cocoa plants now, because last year I made sure that I cut all the Mistletoe on this particular cocoa plants. So here are the places that I worked last year. You can see I cut all the Mistletoe here myself. And this year, because of the fact that I've been very busy, I have many engagements, so I had to invite one of my guys to take charge of the work for me. So this is Voice of KODYGLOBAL Consultant. Yeko Kazim Oladende is my name. Plantation is my passion. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and comment. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, KODYGLOBAL Consult Farm, on YouTube. Then follow me for more tips. Thank you for watching the KODYGLOBAL Consult Farm. Plantation is my passion. Yeko Kazim Oladende is my name. Thank you.